where we were talking a little bit earlier about some of the changes we were making on YouTube. So I'm going to add our YouTube page here. So one of the things that you and I talked about was adding playlists to the page here. So you have to go in and kind of just define these playlists, right? So we added the first playlist here is the full podcast episode, full podcast episodes as the playlist here. So you can see all those. We are obviously live right now. So that's this top show. We have all the shorts coming up right after that, and we'll talk about those in a minute. We'll dive into some of the numbers behind that. Then we broke out our clips, just some of the clips we've posted here. And then specifically the interviews, which I'm excited to add to. And then you've got some of the default ones here, past live streams. So I think this is one of those things that I've heard from, trying to learn more about how to have a successful YouTube channel, that having playlists is really helpful so people know where to find different types of content. I think we still need to get a featured video up top, and maybe it's a video that you and I make specifically just introducing ourselves in the project as a welcome to people who just stumble across us. What do you think? You down to do that with me?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I was thinking, should we go back to our first episode and find a clip explaining what we were doing? But I don't even know that it would have been as concise as the way we would explain it today. So maybe you and I make a quick, 1 minute video just welcoming people to our channel.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about our project too is that since we're, doing this thing in public so that people can learn from us too. At the same time, we're learning so much and we're growing so much. Like just today, for example, I've been using Procreate for so long, and today I just learned a new way of doing shadowing. Like, boom, how does that happen? Right. And then not only that, I went back to all the Jeremys I created and I redid all the shadows again. So today was a long day just updating the Jeremys. And going forward, I think we have 12 Jeremys so far.
12 Jeremys so far.
Yeah. So going forward, I'm learning new tips and tricks. So it becomes easier and it becomes faster. I'm getting a lot better at it because I'm practicing every day and doing it every day. So
they look great. I told you I love the color palette on it, and you're definitely expanding with the characteristics and the traits of that. If you are watching or listening at any point, please comment below if you've gotten to see any of the Jeremy shorts that we posted, which are really like 30-second clips of Miguel drawing the Jeremy, each one of them in Procreate. You can kind of see the sketch sped up. So we're getting a lot of views on some of the videos, right? So let's hop into the YouTube studio for a second here. I'm going to share my screen, and we will take a look at the behind the scene numbers for YouTube here. So you can see, can I make this bigger? Yeah. You can see here the content that we posted and how many views we have, right? This is all obviously public information anyway. You could look at any of these, but this is just a concise way to look at this, right? So yesterday we posted this last Jeremy and called it, "Would you adopt this Jeremy?" I was trying to think about more questions, more engaging questions to title it with, because the one before that worked really well. But this one we posted at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and we got 8 views. That's it, 8 views. I don't know why. Maybe it was the song. I think it was an Aerosmith song. And I think you messaged me at some point and said, are you using like trending songs? Or maybe you think I just pulled that one out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, but then you look at the one right before that, which we posted on Fridays, called "What Would You Name This Jeremy Pet?" NFT made in Procreate. Drop your answer in the comments. This one has a ton of views. Relatively speaking, 274 views is pretty good for us. And I got us a subscriber and an entire 1.1 hours worth of watch time. And this we posted Friday, I think 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then it did nothing for a while. It wasn't until I think 4 p.m. that day that we saw any sort of movement on it. There was hours of no one watching, like 13 watching, and then it just jumped up right there. Starting at 4 p.m. all the way up to about 6 p.m. And then again, I got another bump later that day. So I can't imagine why this one got 274 views and this one got 8. I mean, maybe it really is the music. Maybe it is the time of day. What do you think? Is it all of it?
It's got to be all of it. The hashtags, the music, your title.
Yeah.
Thumb. If you go down, we have one that has 1.4 thousand views, right? Somewhere.
Yeah, that was like the second Jeremy. And to me, maybe it was because the word draw was in there and people are searching for it. But yeah, 1,400 views on this is awesome. And to me, it's just like these other ones. So I don't know what I did. At first I thought it had to do with this restriction of made for kids or not. And I thought maybe kids were watching this, but then I learned from watching some other YouTube videos about, hosting a channel, that if it says made for kids, you can't comment. And I thought comments were important for some of these questions. So I turned comments back on, essentially saying that there were no restrictions. So maybe we need to play around with that a little bit more. But clearly here where it says there was no restrictions, we still got a decent amount of views. But this one, no comments allowed, but we got the most views. So maybe we'll continue to experiment with that. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad you're continuing to pump out the content so we can play around with that. And one of the things I learned from listening to one of these podcasts, it was the Future podcast. So the Future, Futur, no E. They recently had a great episode about just running a YouTube channel, and the guest was just saying, hey, it's a search, it's just a search engine. That's how people are finding things. So think about what people are searching for, and that's why I thought searching for drawing NFTs was probably a big hit.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I mean, again, like you can see the trend there. That one Jeremy that got 1.4 thousand views, that was so out of nowhere. Like I remember texting you like, what's happening?
Yeah, we were maybe about to blow up. We've got Always Blessed here saying use better songs, maybe more hashtags. So the thing with the hashtags is you can only have like 100 characters in the title of a short. So you can only fit in so many hashtags in the title. And then the descriptions for the last two videos I've used, Miguel, you shared a long list of hashtags that you thought were, recommended, or maybe some best practice. So I've been dropping those into the last two. So the last two had the exact same number of hashtags, the same number of tags in the YouTube video, and clearly one performed so much better than the other. I can't imagine why that is. Again, it could be time of day, it could be the music. We will continue to experiment and see what it is. But yeah, I will try and use better songs, even though I don't know why you think Aerosmith isn't good, but we'll deal with that on another episode, maybe offline.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we got to get you a good playlist.
When you do it from the YouTube app, they recommend a whole bunch of